Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another commuting video. Here we go, squeaky brakes. I'll tell you more about those in a little while. But yeah, I thought I'd take you with me. I actually filmed this the day after the snow video that I released. And I filmed it because I wanted to try and show the difference between the traffic levels on what is a normal commute. But since I filmed the last video, it's gone bonkers. I'm over the moon with all of you that have watched it and liked it and commented on it, and very welcome to all the new people that have joined the channel. And it's great to have you here. So you can see already all the snow has gone, and it's much milder out, which is nice. And I'm leaving a little bit later, so it is a bit lighter, but it's very foggy. This was the day that Storm Goretti was forecast to hit, and indeed this very evening we had a ton of snow dumped over us, and it's been almost unrideable out since, because it's frozen again afterwards. So we've got pavements covered in ice rinks and boulders of snow everywhere. A lot of the schools were closed. So where we go, we're moving through the lights. Yeah, the comments on the last video were fantastic. Thank you to everybody that took the time to leave a comment. I really appreciate it. And I can certainly use those to guide other videos that I make. So if there is anything that you would like to see specifically, or anything you'd like me to talk through, yeah, just let me know. So a lot of people recognised this. This is Slade Road. I had some fantastic comments from people who'd lived here in the past and used to commute here every day and recognised it and said it was nice to see how the area has changed, which I suppose it certainly had. Somebody said that they went to the primary school at the bottom of the road some years ago, and it'd be interesting to get their take on how much it had changed. The road's still pretty clear up to here. It's apparently I've got a very relaxing voice. That's very nice. I'm doing my best not to overthink this now and just sort of talk you through what I'm doing or what I'm seeing. Oh, here we go. Okay, squeaky brakes. So I washed my bicycle a couple of days before this, and obviously I've washed something untowards into the pads, and with the salt from the gritters and the water and everything, they've become horrifically squeaky. I think I've fixed it now. I've been in and cleaned them all out. So, but I'm afraid every time I brake on this video, you're gonna hear it squealing. So sorry about that. But you can see already that it's just a line of traffic, and I think you've got to be really. I think you've just got to ride confidently. You know, there's plenty of room to get past everyone. Just paying attention to what's happening ahead, and again watching for those speed bumps. As I said in the last video, sometimes people crossing the pedestrian crossing. Sometimes people pull out to try and drive over them rather than, or around them rather. But it's quite easy. I think if the traffic's slow flowing like this, it's the road condition is awful. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's the potholes, especially in the very middle. So if you are sort of pulling out to overtake a line of traffic, you've got to be really mindful of hitting those, because you're trying to watch everything else that's going on. And there's a couple of side roads coming up down here as well that you'll notice people just pull out of. It's why I have the light on blinking. I mean, I know that by law we're supposed to have a steady beam, but I think a blinking light is just movement, and I think people are more likely to see something that's flashing rather than just a steady light coming at them down the right hand side of their car. and they never leave you enough room through these, so there you go. Need to stop and wait for them to. Imagine if all these people were on bicycles, it would be so much nicer. A lot of people in the comments as well said that, must be very brave to do this, but I don't really see it as bravery. I see it as, if you don't do this in the winter months, then you're kind of missing out on so much of the year where you can be outside and doing and being active, and it's not really that bad once you're out. It's yes, you're constantly assessing risk, but I think it's that resilience that builds up in you that allows you to do that. I don't think it's any more dangerous than being in a vehicle, and certainly not for longevity. I think if I have commuted by car in the past, and my body doesn't suit it. I'm much better if I keep moving. Any time still, I'm seized up. You can see here now that I've jumped off onto this pavement and through the tunnel, because the traffic, there's just no room for you to get through the tunnel with the traffic at all, and you end up queuing through it. So it's easier just to jump off onto this bit of pavement to the top there, and we're going to go back under Spaghetti on the through the subway. Probably not strictly supposed to be on this side of the road, but it's a lot easier than trying to crawl through the traffic there up to the island. I think this is where a lot of road planners are not cyclists, and they don't perhaps take a lot of this into account. But yeah, duck back. This is just all shared pavement now, so back down under Spaghetti. And I'm going to take you up onto the canal as well. A bit brighter this morning. That little car's been dumped there for ages. It's not a little car, it's like the back of a car. Somebody's made it into a trailer. But the Erdington litter busters do a great job down here. They keep it all nice and litter free, but obviously people come down and do the graffiti under here, and some of it's good, some of it's there we go. Yeah, a lot lighter this morning, so you'll see a lot more things on the canal. We'll scoot down onto the canal here now. Trying to use my brakes really gently so they don't squeal. It can be useful sometimes because then people know you're coming, but I think any noise coming from your bike automatically for me is like, oh, something's wrong. Oh, the workmen are back in today. They're underpinning and redoing all the concrete up on the M6 supports. They've been here for a while doing that, so it's the scaffolding and stuff, it's been there for a while. Often you'll come down and it's all been closed off, and you have to wait for them to open it up again for you. Still see the floating ice on the canal there. And there we go, we'll duck around the corner. I'll show you the River Tame. It's flooding at the moment, so the water levels are quite high. Stop and have a look because there's a runner ahead, and I don't want to I'm going to stop and open the gate. I don't want to interrupt his run. So there you go, water levels are quite high. It's normally a lot lower than that. Away we go. Yeah, it's quite foggy this morning. It's kind of coming out on the video, but it's like the calm before the storm. Calm before the storm, Goretti. Here we go, it's all unfrozen now, so... Oh, grab the keys. Normally I keep them in my pocket, but then they jangle when I'm pedalling. But I'm also mindful of keeping them in there, because even if somebody did sort of shove me off my bike and pinch my bike, then my keys have gone as well. There you go, easy peasy this morning. So I'll get that open, and I'm going to leave it open for all the other cyclists or any other disabled users. No disabled user would have a chance in hell of getting that open, so let's leave it open for people, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be open on my way home as well. Blowing my nose. There you go. I always suffer with a terrible runny nose when it's cold. Just pours out. Is that normal? Is that a normal thing? Does everybody suffer with that drippy nose in the cold? So away we go. Yes, gate left open. Total win. Looks so different without the snow. Yeah, somebody also said that they thought I was very... oh, here's the runner. Get past him. Somebody said that I was very brave to cycle on the canals on my own. Am I brave? I don't know if I'm brave. I think it's just normal to me because I've always done it. I've always ridden the canals, and I'll be honest, I've never had any issues. I understand that there are people out there that have, and I feel sorry that they're then are put off from using the canals. It's such a shame, you know. They're not. I mean, they're incredible, and I appreciate the history of them, but I also know that, you know, there is graffiti everywhere, there is rubbish dumped everywhere, there is drug paraphernalia, there are people sleeping under bridges, and, you know, more often than not, people nip down here to have a big shit in the day and leave it, and some, you know, beggars belief. But I suppose if you need to go and you've got nowhere to go, you need to go. So you're riding through a lot of mess, but it's also somehow really beautiful and quiet, and there's a lot of wildlife down here, an awful lot. Cockpit view. So in the bag at the front there, I keep all my stuff for work, and in the feed bags, these are 2 Alp Kit feed bags. I've had these probably for about 15-20 years now, and I've recently retrofitted them with a one-handed closure. So these ponds here, if I remember rightly, just the ponds just through the trees, they were put there when they demolished the gasworks, which are on the other side of the canal or around here, and they needed ponds to put the newts and things in because they were a protected species. So they created those little ponds there to put all the little watery wildlife in. I think I could have completely made that up, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. So yeah, Alp Kit feed bags, I've just upgraded them, got my sewing machine out and turned them into one-handed opening and closing, which has been great. Just the other side of that fence there on the right hand side is the River Ray, and that flows down and joins the Tame just past the bridge where I stopped and showed you the river. Yeah, all the fog is covering all the building. Normally you'd see buildings and all sorts of things up there, but it's all been obscured. But if you are interested in in seeing more commutes like this, do let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you'd like me to tell you or what you would like to see, and I can, like I say, very much be guided by you on what I film next. I enjoy the filming, I enjoy the editing. I think the voiceover, this is new to me, the voiceover, it's really interesting, it's interesting to do. And like I say, I'm really trying not to overthink it, and I hope that I don't forget to say things, because if I think I overthink it, or script it, then it won't be so relaxed. And I think people liked the relaxedness. Ooh, squeaky brakes. But this is the bridge, the floating bridge. I think that's HS2 work that's going on the other side of there, which is why this is here at the moment. Often I'll come down here and there's 3 or 4 surveyors always here checking that things haven't shifted or moved, or there's a HS2 bridge. It's so different in the winter with none of the foliage on the trees. I think in the summer when it's all greened up and it's all growing, it feels very secluded down here, because you can't see up and into the fences and across the bridges. And look, I mean, all this rubbish here, that's normally all grown over, so you don't see a lot of the rubbish. But obviously in the winter, that's all just stripped back, and anything that doesn't decompose is left. Squeaky brakes. They became a feature of the day, unfortunately. I have since been in and cleaned the pads though, and cleaned the rotors, so I'm due to use the bike tomorrow morning, and hopefully they'll all be clean. Still quite a bit of ice on the in the water, but the paths are just wet. They're just well, you still have to be quite mindful as we go up through the oh, this was a man with his puppy. I don't think a lot of people can't hear bells.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
A lot of people, yeah, bells, especially older people, bells are just way out of the side of their hearing, so they can't hear them, so it's always useful to give a shout, or squeaky brakes. But these engineering bricks that they put up through the locks, they can be as slippy as ice when they're wet, so you've always got to be a little bit careful and mindful on the canals. But I think once you know these things, once you're familiar with the canal infrastructure and going up through locks and bridges and horse bricks and all of that sort of thing, you know, you can ride accordingly and prepare for that, and they're just such a lovely place to be. See lot of these big old buildings here. It's really sometimes interesting to go back to the old Ordnance Survey maps and see what they were, what industry was there. I've got a feeling there used to be a lot of bakeries and things up along here. Maybe I should do a video on that, what everything used to be, and have a look and a see. Feels like a lot, like I'm travelling a lot faster today though, because I'm not worried about the ice. It's a lot easier to put your foot down, I suppose. And it's nice because you can travel up on these edging stones instead of over the horse bricks, which tend to rattle your teeth a bit.
Happy New Year!
So this lady, and I'm assuming is her daughter, I pass those really regularly, and I always say hello. And I always say hello, especially if I see like women or kids on their own on the canals. Or I mean, I say hello to everybody, but especially them. I want them to know that, you know, that it's a nice place, and that not everybody who's walking up and down the canal is there to attack you or do whatever. And yeah, I always say hello to them. They're always there. Quite narrow this bit is, because a lot of the planted edges there really grow across, especially in the summer. It can be quite, they can snatch your handlebar. You can't, sometimes it's easier to go a little bit faster through them, just so they don't grab at you. Yeah, it's very foggy out. So the little squares cut into the wall above the bridge there, put in I think during the war, so the fire engines could get the water out of the canal to extinguish the fires, and I believe they're still responsible for them, for maintaining them. Getting into the city now. I think that's the outer ring road there, the inner ring road rather. Here we are, last bridge into before the junction. So on the last video I went up and over the bridge and I turned left here, but today I need to turn right, so this is a little new bit. This goes up towards Digbeth, squeaky brakes. There we go. So yep, I would have turned up there, like you came with me that way last time, and this way we're going a slightly different way, just so we can get off at in Digbeth. That's where I need to be. But you can see the fog. I mean, you can see none of the city skyline from here. There's some good graffiti here. There's some really, it's undercover, so maybe that's like a prime spot for some of the best people. But there's some amazing pieces up and down here, in contrast to the litter on the other side. This little section here is not so much this this little up and over. But the next one, if I remember rightly, is it this one? Oh yeah, that's a massive shit that somebody's decided that that would be a good place, a good secluded space to come and have their morning. It's a shame, but it's you know. So I'm going to stop here and just show you again. This is we're going back over the River Ray here. It's all culverted, that is, under the city, and this is a big mural commissioned by Canal and River Trust from Anatomics, and the fox is really famous. There's ones of the fox all over the city. It's like an origami fox. They're so lovely. Blue and orange, my favourite colours. Bicycle Adventure Club colours. Mostly because they're complementary colours, which is nice, but also because they remind me of being in Australia, funnily enough, when we were out at Uluru. The orange of the rock and the desert and the blue of the sky. I've never seen anything like it. It's just spectacular. A lot of these old buildings here have been and are being repurposed as swanky venues and spaces you can rent. But Digbeth itself is lovely. There's some smashing venues and eateries now all happening down there. It's great. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but there's two geese standing on the ice. They look like you can't see the ice, so they just look like they're walking on the water. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit there for you so you can see it, but it's amazing. Jesus geese. They're big birds as well, big birds. So much so that I used to avoid riding the canals in sort of April, May time when they were nesting, because they would nest right in the middle of the path, and then they're vicious. They get you, they do. They really get you if you're trying to ride past them when they've got babies. Here you go. Stop up here as well, show you again. Just standing on the ice, just hanging about. Brilliant. A couple of house bricks there people have chucked on to say they obviously hadn't got their hands on a shopping trolley or something else they could amazing. So that's it for today's commute. I'm going to get off the canal now onto the road. Squeaky brakes. Thank you for watching. Please take the time to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to all the new people on the channel. I really appreciate it, and do drop me some comments below and tell me what you would like to see or what sort of things you would like to know, and I'll do my very best to find out for you. But welcome all the new people. Thank you to all the other people. I've also set up a buy me a coffee link. If you do want to support the channel, you can head over there and you can buy me a coffee or a cup of tea. I think I've listed it as chain lube. So, but anyway, you can chuck a couple of quid our way and we can go and get a cup of tea with it, warm ourselves up. And here we are into Digbeth. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I am hoping to do another one for you this week. Hopefully the weather will be a bit different. I'm still coming the same way, but I may take you up a different canal, or I may do the run home that way. Anyway, let me know what you would like. But thanks for watching and take care, and I will speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.